How can you make a dramatic breakthrough and become a game changer today? Here to give us some answers to this question is entrepreneur, author of the book, The Laws of the New Game Changers, lawyer and author Dr. Raye Mitchell. Welcome, Dr. Mitchell.
Welcome.
It's a
Thank you.
pleasure to have you here. Now, first of all, what does it mean to be a game changer?
The shorter answer is you have to rock the status quo.
Rock the status quo.
Rock
So
the
give us
status
some examples of rocking the status quo.
You set off this series of experiments. What if? What if you weren't doing what you were doing now? What if there were a different solution? What if there was a new way to think about an old problem?
I love what if, because that is a possibility question. So we get out of probability that if I do this, this will probably happen, to anything is possible. And you know, I love that anything is possible.
It releases a lot of energy.
Yes.
Because you no longer are constrained by what is.
That's exactly right. Now, I just have to sidebar. I teach in all my classes the laws of manifestation. The first law is anything is possible. So we're on the same page, Dr.
We're already
Mitchell.
there.
I love that. So give us some examples of game changers that you write about in this fabulous new book.
Well, in the book, I take experiences from people I've met on this incredible journey of over 200 interviews. But one example is Raye, who she started a brilliant program called The Misadventures of Awkward Black Girl. It was an internet series.
Misadventures of an Awkward Black Girl. That's fabulous.
Super. And 3 years later, she is on the network, she is being sought after, and she did things differently.
Now, what was her point when she said Misadventures of an Awkward Black Girl? Because here's a game changer where she took something that was a liability, maybe.
What Issa did, which is actually throughout our book as a theme, is she looked at the status quo. She was not satisfied with the status quo, and she said, what if I put a different spin on an old issue? And in her work, she deals with the images of black women.
Yes.
And how there's always this misdefinition, this construction that wasn't there.
Exactly.
She used humor, excitement, and entertainment to come up with a whole new twist.
Oh, and it's so needed. It is so important. But what you're really saying is she decided to define herself for herself.
She took it to that level, and then she added the notion of innovation. And what really, really made her rock the status quo work, she created a buzz.
She did create a buzz, too, because I've been following her. And she's one of the people that you interviewed. Now, how did you decide who to choose for the book?
Actually, I've been on this journey. I'm curious by nature, so I interviewed people directly and indirectly. If I would meet someone like you, I would be engrossed in our conversation, but at the same time learning how you are creating change and how you work with people and how you write and inspire and get people from where they are to where they can be.
Oh, wonderful. Now give us another story from the book, because these stories are terrific.
Well, you know, I'm a storyteller, so I think about Hill Harper.
Okay.
Hill Harper is a classmate from Harvard Law School who's doing phenomenal things in entertainment, philanthropy, social entrepreneur work. So Hill and I had a conversation similar to this when we were on a panel at the law school. And we got together and we said, what if we combined our resources? He works with youth, boys and girls. I work predominantly with girls. What if we created and collaborated on a program that worked with youth, boys, girls, and everybody, so that they are new generational leaders?
Oh, I am so excited about what you're doing. Now that leads us right into Girls Rock and Beasts of the Southern Wild. Tell us about all that.
All right, and you've now touched my passion.
I know.
I love working with youth. They are literally the game changers that we can invest in.
Absolutely.
And so I started working maybe 5 to 7 years ago. I wound down my law practice, wound up a foundation called the New Reality Foundation. And literally, it's a new reality for what women and girls, and particularly girls of color,
yes,
can envision and be a part of.
Absolutely.
And what we do at Girls Rock is we introduce them to the world stage as the global leaders they are and will be.
Oh, and it is so exciting. Now, how did you adopt the film Beasts of the Southern Wild and attach that to Girls Rock?
Well, it's back to my little curiosity factor. I saw the movie, I loved it. And what I do in my work is I look at pop culture, I look at new trends, and I find ways to communicate to the young people I work with. And so the Beasts of the Southern Wilds was so phenomenal on so many levels. There were new starts, upstarts, the pioneer being a 6-year-old girl, Hush Puppy, the fearlessness upon which she went about her campaign to manage her world. It became a natural to use that not only for the beauty of the product and the work, but for the levels of intellectual depth and analysis. And the girls, they're incredible in how they respond to it.
Oh, I love that, because you took an icon that the girls could relate to and said, look what she's done. It's possible for you too. Now you have a foundation. All foundations need support and funding. How do you get the funding, and maybe you need a little help? Tell us about it.
Oh, we always welcome help. And one of the things that I do to help distinguish our foundation is we are on a social entrepreneur platform, meaning we generate products, services, and goods so that we can raise our own revenue. Not that we turn away donations by any means, we welcome donations, but we try and create value-added products. The book here is, while it's my personal book and my excitement, I use the proceeds from the book to support the foundation.
That is fantastic, which is why everybody needs a copy of The Laws of the New Game Changers, because we want to unlock all that talent, all that creativity, because that's a contribution to all of us and to society as a whole. You know, it was Winston Churchill who said that the true mark of any civilization was the condition of the women. And as we uplift these girls, civilization's going to just leap forward, Raye Mitchell.
It is a game changer, to use the word. And I want to add one other point. We're taking our work to a new level of working on a positive platform for a reality TV show that celebrates innovation and game changers and our contributions.
I love it. And you know, we resonate. I just have to. The last chapter of my third book is called Innovation. And it's all about people doing exactly what you're talking about. Now, what are the tips for anybody out there, our viewers, who want to become a game changer? How can they do it?
The first and foremost is do something. It's amazing how many times we spend our energy talking about a situation.
Okay, so we're going to wrap right there. Don't talk and don't try. I'm going to go Yoda on everybody. Do. All right, so thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Raye Mitchell. We've got your back. You're doing something very important. And for more information about the laws of the new game changers and Dr. Mitchell's program for women and girls, you can visit raymitchell.com and girlsrock.org. We've got more for you. Stay right there.